Vampire found footage. Hello everybody. Yeah, back today with Blackwater Vampire. It's a vampire found footage movie, and I gotta give a little shout out. How I heard about this movie was Jay Absolute Sublime. You probably know his channel. He was on the Sausage Factory talking about he had just saw this film and he liked it. A couple days later I was on Facebook. Another friend of mine totally hated this movie, so I wanted to watch it, decide what I thought of it. I love found footage, so Blackwater Vampire, written and directed by Evan Trammell, and it's very basic. It is completely pretty much a ripoff of Blair Witch. The thing that makes this movie good is the final act. Basically, that's the best part of the movie. Like all found footage, mostly everything happens at the end. The only thing is, in this movie, you actually see what happens. So the good and the bad. First of all, the good part, like I said, the final act, and I really want to give Evan Trammell credit for this because, you know, some people, they do their found footage and they end it leaving some questions in your mind, whatever. You know, it's left up to the viewer. Some movies, they show you what happened, and this movie, they show you what happens, and I have to appreciate it because it's kind of like a Hail Mary pass. I don't know if the movie would have worked completely. It wouldn't have worked at all without the third part of the movie, but there's a certain scene where they could have cut it and left it a little more to your imagination, but they have this final scene, and it's like the 1-2 punch, and I really enjoyed it. I'm sure it's going to turn some people off, but I really like the fact that he went for it. The story's pretty simple. They're investigating these Blackwater murders. This crew of 4 people, 2 women, 2 guys, standard stuff. There's this whole urban legend backstory about this guy that killed the people, and he's serving life, and they go interview him. And, you know, towards the end of the movie, they wind up in the woods trying to find where the final body was found. And there's some creepy town folk. I don't want to go too much into it, but you actually get to see some stuff compared to other found footage movie. I'm pounding my fist. I'd like to knock it in your head. Sorry. But that was the part that was most impressive. The Blackwater Vampire itself, I'll let you decide how you think it looks. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it for you, but you'd get to see something. It's not left up to the imagination in the end, and I know some people like that. I like that too, but this movie didn't take itself so seriously. You know, it ripped off Blair Witch most of the movie. At the end, it ripped off a complete another type of classic movie, horror movie, and you should know what I'm talking about. I can't say it without spoiling it, but stick around to the end of the movie if you start watching it from the beginning because the characters are dull. It's, you know, standard found footage. One other thing I want to give them credit for is they didn't at least have jump scares. And the convicted killer guy, he was in that movie Resolution. He's been in a couple horror movies. Can't remember his name right now, but he's all right. You know, like I said, most of the characters dull, but stick around till the vampire shows up, and the movie completely changed direction. It's like Blair Witch, Blair Witch, Blair Witch, and then at the end it completely turns to something else. The final act is a completely another movie. So I'm going to give the Blackwater Vampire, because I like found footage, and in the realm of found footage this month I already saw Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, and Devil's Due, and believe me, if you can stick around to the end of this movie, it's better than those 2 films, so I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. You know, it's a soft 3. Don't run out and, you know, make it your first priority to see this movie, but if you run across it's cheap, check it out. The ending's pretty cool. I liked it. I liked the fact that they went for the gusto and they, you know, went for the kill. So if you've seen Blackwater Vampire, tell me what you thought of the ending. Did they take it too far? Should they have cut it and left it to your imagination? You let me know, and I'll see you next time.